Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of PEP of 2026. I'm so excited to be back. It has been such a long time since I've sat down and talked to you guys about pop culture. Today we have a special edition episode, which I'm hoping to make bi-weekly or weekly. We'll see how it goes. Y'all know I'm kind of a mess, so we'll see how it goes. But today we are doing a recap of the first 3 episodes of season 4 of The Traitors, which in my opinion is the greatest reality show to ever exist. Before we get into it, this is very important. If you hear nothing else in this intro, hear this. There will be spoilers. If you have not seen episodes 1 through 3, stop listening to this podcast right now and go watch those and then come back. Because if any of you comment about spoilers, I'm not going to listen to it because I'm giving you this warning. Got it? Great. Now that everybody who has not seen the episodes have stopped, we are going to get into it. And let me introduce our guest for today. Our guest today is someone that I've literally known my entire life. And she's had no choice but to know me. God bless her. I have forced her to listen to a lot of yapping about pop culture through the years, even if she didn't care. 9 times out of 10, she didn't, but she does love Traitors. And so today my guest is my wonderful sister, Lauren Sellers. Lauren, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. I love pop culture. I feel like we've switched a little bit. I feel like, or not switched, but I think I just wasn't into the Kardashians or Justin Bieber or like your early pop culture phases. But I feel like fair. I love yapping about pop culture now.
Yeah. To be fair, I was extremely annoying in my early pop culture phases. So I probably wouldn't even like my early pop culture phases. So it's fine. I'm not holding that against you. So Lauren, one element of pop culture you really love is reality TV and Bravo specifically. So tell us a little bit about what reality shows you have watched and kind of some of your reality TV viewing habits.
Okay, so I think I started with not Bravo, and I was very into The Bachelor for a while. And I think that was kind of like my gateway into Bravo. You obviously introduced me, but I think that provided like this is interesting. But now I watch Summer House, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City,
As you should.
Vanderpump Rules, Southern Hospitality, Southern Charm. I am obsessed with them because my take is that you cannot like reality TV shows. Like, you're allowed to not like them. But if you think they're shallow, you're just not smart, because they are truly about how humans interact. They are about psychology. They are about identity, religion, socioeconomic structures. And oh my gosh, it's so fascinating to watch all of the things that affect our behavior, and also it's fun to watch drunk people make stupid decisions. So it's wonderful. I love it.
Yes, and one thing I forgot to mention about Lauren is she is extremely smart. She has a psychology degree and she's very, in tune with, I guess, how humans act and like human behavior. So watching it from her lens is really fun because we'll be talking and then she'll just drop something really like psychological and like, smart on me. And she'll like analyze why Dorinda's the way she is. And I'm like, I think she just had one too many glasses of champagne.
Maria, did you watch the most recent episode of Southern Charm?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
The guy's dinner.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, dang it. Okay, well, there's this moment where a character says, you just took the longest time possible to say no. Like, you just said no in the nicest, longest way possible. And that was you just now calling me a nerd in like the nicest, longest way possible.
I'm not calling
you a nerd. And it's true. I am a nerd.
You're not a nerd, you're just smart. Like, there's a difference. As a society, need to get away from smart people automatically being labeled as nerds, because y'all are gonna be the ones that like actually make a difference in the world, and like people like me are just chilling, Like, I'm not.
No, we need pop culture now more than ever. We need
No,
joy
I
now
agree.
more than ever.
You know what? You're right. You're right. Yeah. Okay, well, as much as I would love to talk about how great my sister is all day as your chief hype girl, we're here to talk about Traitors. And so, Lauren, tell me how you kind of got into Traitors. Well, tell the audience basically that I put you on, is what I mean.
Yeah, it was you. It was you. It's you. Hi, you're the gift. It's you. Like, yes.
Yeah, it was so funny. This weekend, I was spending time with my mom and my mother in law, soon to be, and they both watched Traitors because of me. And they were talking to each other about why they watched Traitors, and they were like, "Yeah, Maria got me on Traitors." And then my mom was like, "Yeah, Maria got me on Traitors." So it was just funny and fun, and I like to think everybody's reality TV fairy godmother. So you're welcome. But anyway,
Paul's here. Let me say that as your name in my phone, because that is true.
love it, amazing. So, how are you feeling so far about this season of Traitors? We're 3 episodes in. How's it going for you so far?
I'm excited and nervous.
Same.
I am nervous about all of the ways they're changing structure because I've seen other shows start to do that, especially with The Bachelor, which it was going downhill. But like when there's a ton of additional structure changes, I get nervous that the things we love about the show are going to fall apart or that there is going to be just too much new. Like it was working, so it makes me nervous when they do new things, but I'm also really excited. I just love the Traitors, and they've got some interesting people, and they have a lot of people that I don't know anything about, which is helpful because like you see it with a fresh perspective instead of having as many biases. But I'm really excited.
Yes, I agree with that. And as much as I love reality TV, I do kind of wish that I had more of a fresh set of eyes.
Mhm.
There's some people I know nothing about. Like, I haven't watched any Survivor, so I don't know much about them. But I've seen pretty much every single Housewife franchise. So I already have formed opinion about Candace. I already have formed opinions about Dorinda. And the only one I don't really know a whole lot about is Caroline Stanbury, who's kind of laying low right now. So yeah, that's a little I can see why you say that because it's making it harder for me to enjoy some of those characters as much. I will say I love the cast this year. I don't know if we're going to get anyone as dynamic as Gabby Wendy this year, but we do have someone who's going to kind of shape up to be the Dylan Efron character. We have a few, I think. I think Rob R has a really good chance at that, and also Stephen Coletti. So I'm excited to see how that goes for them. But I'm really happy with the other cast members. Lauren, you're talking about having a fresh set of eyes. Who are some of your faves right now?
Goodness gracious, there are so few people that I know. I am interested to see what Maura does. Her fits have been amazing. Like her
Yes.
style. And I think I've been impressed by her. I know Mark Ballas from Dancing with the Stars, so I'm interested to see what he does. Johnny, obviously, I'm very excited. But I don't know that I have favorites yet because no one is getting enough screen time to really show
That's
a
fair.
ton of their character. And if they are, it's usually not for good reasons. So I don't know that I have favorites yet beyond that.
Yeah.
I think Rob's going to be powerful. I
Yeah.
think we're going to love him by the end or really hate him by the end.
Yeah.
I think he holds a lot of power.
Yeah. Yes. I agree with you. I have favorites because I know a lot of these people. As far as what you were saying about Johnny, I love Johnny Weir. I'm obsessed with him. He's my new hyperfixation. Sorry, Johnny Weir, if you're listening and you find that weird. I just think you're fabulous. I'm excited to see your outfits. I want a show that is a combination of Queer Eye and Project Runway, led by two people and two people only, and that's Johnny Weir and Alan Cumming. I want to see the outfit off between them. I need him to stay around so I can see every look that he has in his wardrobe. Of course, I love Lisa Rinna. If you know me, you know I've been a Lisa Rinna stan since the moment she graced my TV with her presence in season whatever of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm loving Ron Funches. I think he's hilarious. I have been cracking up at him. Dorinda, I love her. She scares me a little bit as far as I'm scared about what she's going to say and do, but so far she's been lovely. This version of Dorinda that we have seen in the first 3 episodes has been the Dorinda that I love, and the Dorinda that would still be on Real Housewives of New York if she had shown this side of her the entire time she was on the show. And I'm with you. I'm loving Mark Ballas too. I think he's going to be really good at this game. I think he's going to take the Sam Ashgari approach and lay really low for a while and then be lethal towards the end. So I'm excited to see that. And of course, I'm loving Donna Kelsey too. She's on her vigilante shit. And she even quoted, "Don't get mad, get even," at one point. And so I'm loving that, even if I do think Kylie is the superior Kelsey who should have been on this show.
So I think Kylie is the superior Kelsey, but I think Jason would be more chaotic. Like, if we want someone to win, I think Kylie would be who I want to go in there. But I think Jason would be so funny in the challenges.
Yeah.
But Donna's great. This has been so interesting to watch.
Yeah. I think Jason would be like that rugby player that was on Celebrity Traitors UK that was just silly and lovable, but also like serious. And I don't know, it just gave me such Jason Kelsey vibes, and I would love to see him on that show. Maybe he will be, but not this season. And we're here to talk about season 4. So anyway, I know you said you haven't really picked any right now, but are there any standout least favorites for you?
Oh my gosh, Michael Rappaport. But
Yes,
I knew that going in. He's unlikable. Generally, he's problematic. I found out from, I love the podcast Game of Roses, and don't listen to them if you don't listen to Maria. I think I'm supposed to say that legally, like that's in the contract. But
it's okay.
They're great. But like Rappaport even has like a criminal record. Like Homeboy is problematic AF. So, and he's just annoying. He's just annoying. If I were on the Traitors, I would literally just vote him off because he's annoying. I would be like, I don't even think you're a traitor. I just think you're annoying.
I was literally about to say the same thing. I could never be on this show because I would be targeting the same people at the Roundtable, and they would be like, "Why are you voting for them? Do you think they're a traitor?" I'd be like, "No, I just hate you. Goodbye. Go away."
Wait, who did that with Sandoval? Didn't a housewife do that with Sandoval?
I would be giving Dolores Catania versus Tom Sandoval.
Yes, that was amazing. I would absolutely do that.
And I'm really surprised that nobody has done that yet with Michael Rappaport. It blows my mind.
But there is a theory that he was casted, and this came from Game of Roses. He was casted because he is so unlikable, so that when he is banished, everyone is so excited. Like, he's kind of a lamb to the slaughter. Like, let's give you someone unlikable to root against, and not just people who you're rooting for, because it is fun to root against someone. Like, it's so fun to be like, that dude was a butthead.
Yeah. I think that's really interesting and a really good theory, too. I think they tried that last year with Tom Sandoval. But Tom Sandoval, in a weird way, ended up being not as annoying as Michael Rappaport. Like, he was still annoying, but he didn't fill me with vitriol, you know? Like, I wasn't sitting there like, get this man off my screen right now. I don't feel that way about Michael Rappaport. I wanted him gone from the very first minute. And I agree. I also think Colton Underwood is very problematic. He did a lot of really sketchy sketchy stuff. Sorry to Mom if you're listening. He did a lot of really sketchy stuff to his ex, Cassie. If you don't know about that, haven't seen that, I encourage you to look that up. And I think it's been swept under the rug because it's been a long time ago, and also because of some other actions he's made. So yeah, I would be fine with him being banished as well. I'm really conflicted right now on Candace because I'll be the first person to admit Candace was not my favorite when she was on Potomac. Do I think she's the queen of reads? Yes. Do I think that she is a Phaedra Parks level shade thrower? Yes. And I love that for her. There's still some things she does, and I'm like, Candace, girl, you are talking yourself into a hole. Just stop right now. So I'm really interested to see how that's gonna go.
She's not a good player, but she's an entertaining player. She's like one of those people where you're like, that was a dumb move, but it was fun to watch, you know? Like, which I think it would be interesting to know if they intentionally look for a traitor like that to have someone that is chaotic to like just always change the plan and make things different than you would expect.
Yeah. Yeah. That wouldn't shock me. I think part of the reason that they picked Candace was because Phaedra was so successful as a traitor, and I think far and away people really liked the people who were selected as traitors her season, and they have a lot of similarities in how they're both kind of, really good at throwing shade. They're not scared to speak their mind and things like that. So yeah, we've talked a little bit about the cast. How are you feeling about this season so far compared to others? I know for me, I'm really loving this season so far.
Am too. I think it's really, again, it's really hard to tell in the first few episodes for me because I'm so bought into like personalities more than game structure, more than activities. Like, so it's just hard. I think it's going to be great and I'm very excited and I'm loving it so far, but it's hard to know what's going to interest me at the beginning, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it's exciting and a good cast.
Yes. I will say I'm really proud of the producers of the Traitors because I think they learned from their mistakes of last season as far as who to make traitors, who to cast. Because I'm already enjoying this group of traitors much more than last season's. Last season's the game players overthought it too much and they were way too like, oh, this person's out to get me. Whereas Housewives are going to be more focused on creating good TV and not winning a game. So I'm excited that they learned from last year because I think that's something that sometimes reality shows don't do well, and especially some Bravo shows. They kind of stick with the same formula and they follow the same mold, and then it ends up being kind of boring and stale or a hot mess. So I'm really proud of this production company and this group of producers who took that step.
That's such a good point because I don't think I was ever rooting for the Traitors last year.
Yeah.
And obviously, you like mostly root for the faithfuls. But with the Traitors last year, it was just like, ugh, like it was frustrating. You were like, what are they doing all of the time?
Yeah.
So it's fun to root for the Traitors. It's fun to like, WTF is this conga line? This is hilarious. Or like, it's fun to like for them to be likable, essentially.
Yes, I agree. And I'm so glad they made Lisa Rinna a traitor. I'm going to root for her whether she's traitor, faithful, or, whatever she's doing. I agree with you. Last year I had no one that I didn't even have a traitor I felt connected to. And this year I feel really connected to this overall group of traitors. So I'm excited about that. So while we're talking about traitors and who is or who isn't a traitor, let's just dive on into episode 1. So episode 1 starts with everybody getting out. They're mingling. They did it different this season. Typically we see them come in kind of in the morning. This time they came in at night. And Alan Cumming drops the bomb that he is about to choose a traitor in plain sight. They're not going to know who this traitor is, and the audience is also not going to know who this traitor is. It is the secret traitor. And I thought this twist was so fun because it was such a good way to switch it up and add some flavor and variety into the game. What were you thinking about that when you first saw that?
I like this element. The structure changes scare me because not all structure changes are good, and it makes me nervous when they start changing too many things. But I liked this one. It was interesting. I I am glad that it was revealed super soon
Yeah.
because I don't think I would like it long term. I think I would be really frustrated by it.
Yeah.
But it was interesting at the beginning.
Yeah. I want to ask you, do you think that this secret traitor twist, say that 5 times fast, is a way that they are getting the audience involved in trying to see if people can accurately suss out the traitors for the purpose of people watching this and saying, oh, I knew who the secret traitor was. I'm so good at this game, I should apply to be on civilian traitors.
Maybe. There is another conspiracy theory out there that I'm obsessed with.
Okay, I think I know which one it is. We'll get to
Okay.
that when we talk about the
Okay.
reveal of the secret
But
traitor.
yeah, I think that's possible because it is interesting. Yeah, that's so smart. It gives us the opportunity to be a part of the game in a real way. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love that. I know that by the end of episode 3, you kind of figure out who the secret traitor is. But at the beginning of the episode, when Alan does the traditional thing of picking 3 traitors, the traitors that are picked are Lisa Rinna, my queen. Thank God she's back on TV. I'm such a Lisa Rinna stan. Like, it's bad. Candace Diller Bassett. Personally, I would have rather seen Portia in that role than Candace or Caroline Stanbury. But Candace is a good pick too because she's very entertaining. And then Rob, who I know nothing about because I haven't watched Love Island, but I'm loving him so far in this role. How are you feeling about the group of traders that we know right now?
Yeah, I like them. I like their camaraderie. I like that they haven't turned against each other yet and they
Yes.
don't seem prone to that.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, and I mean, housewives can be cutthroat, so it's not like I believe they'll be best buds till the end, but they don't seem as cutthroat as the gamers. I think it would be interesting if there were one gamer in there just to like mix it up, because it would be interesting to see how different types of people come to the game and work together. I'm really impressed with Rob. Not I'm scared to learn his political beliefs. Like, I'm scared to learn more about him. But I'm impressed with his ability to navigate situations and his ability to be like, ooh, that was a misstep for my other traders.
Yeah. But I'm also proud of him for not, deciding to turn against one because they make a misstep.
Oh,
Like the
yeah. Yeah.
gamers last year
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. And I think Lisa is incredible. So far, she seems to be doing really well and laying low. I don't know if she can go extremely far because I think by virtue of who she is, she will be suspicious. And because she has so much power generally as a human in the world, it will be interesting to see if they play that card of like, well, you would make a great trader, so you are one, which is the stupidest argument ever. It will just be interesting to see.
Yes, but I also want to push back on that a little bit because these reality stars have not watched any reality TV. And I think you can tell that they don't know who each other are as much. The gamers have, but the gamers, I think, are not sitting around watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And
Fair.
Lisa Rinna is not sitting down to watch Survivor or,
Fair.
the others. I mean, I feel like Johnny Weir probably watches Beverly Hills, but I don't know that the other people on this show are. Like, you cannot tell me that Donna Kelsey spends her Saturday afternoons watching Lisa Rinna ask people if they're doing drugs in their bathroom. Like, come on. I mean, come on.
Fair, fair. She probably takes up more of my consciousness than other people because of you.
Yeah, exactly.
My perception of her is that she's powerful and iconic and known by everyone because you worship her.
Yeah, exactly. I will say she's not everybody's favorite. She's very polarizing, which I think also proves your point too, though, because I feel like she's kind of a person where you either love her or you hate her. And if you love her, then great, you're on the right side of history. And if you hate her, then you're really not going to enjoy her being a traitor and you're really going to be suspicious of her early on. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. Did you have any guesses on who the secret traitor was?
thought it was Donna. I didn't want it to be Donna. Like, I
Yeah.
wanted her to be a faithful. I didn't have any other solid guesses as to who
Yeah.
it was, just because no one else was like, I don't want to say successful. It's actually successful for you to not be suspicious of them. But there were no other real power players that I
Yeah.
was feeling yet. I didn't buy that Michael was one. Like, I didn't
Mhm.
think that for a second. He's
Yeah.
just dumb. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know that I had any other theories unless it was like a Dark Knight. Like, Kristen, she seems really sharp. So I could see that, or actually, no, I don't have any other theory. I did not
Yeah.
have any other theories. But to be honest, I did not think that much about this secret traitor. I was interested by the fact that the normal traders were so obsessed with the secret traitor. Like, even
Yeah.
Rob being frustrated that his name was on the list, I was like, and him being stressed and like them wanting to get out the secret traitor. I was very confused by that because it didn't seem that smart strategically, or like
Yeah.
it didn't seem like, it seems very weird to feel threatened by the secret traitor. But I just wasn't giving the secret traitor that much brain space.
Yeah. That makes sense. I was thinking about the secret traitor a lot too. I think I would be good at this game, but the secret traitor element made me not so sure because I was pretty well convinced that it was Johnny Weir because I think that's because I wanted him to be a traitor and he was laying low, and I don't know, he just seemed like there was one clip of him at breakfast where he was like sipping his tea and like looking kind of suspicious, and I was like, is he the secret traitor? But then I just realized I think that's his personality, and so I was leaning towards him, and I was also leaning towards Tiffany
Mm,
because I was thinking, I've seen every single season of The American Traitors, and I just could not imagine a world in which there was not a gamer as
mm,
a traitor.
that's fair. Yeah.
And I also thought that Tiffany's obsession with Michael and her being dead set on him being a traitor, and like, which, girl, be careful with that one in general. But I thought she was spending so much time trying to figure out or saying, oh, Michael's a traitor. It made me think that she was a traitor and wanted to work with him because she was the secret traitor. Does that make sense? Like, she
Mm,
wanted him to
yeah.
know that they were aligned as traitors.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Tiffany. I think we
Yeah.
had different views of it, but I think she's going to be a strong one to watch
Yeah.
if she doesn't end up shooting herself in the foot. Like, she will
Yeah.
either like be really successful, or she will be voted out pretty soon. But part of that is also the bias. Like, we know that people tend to be more suspicious of people of color, and that does not work well for them on this game because
Yeah.
of there needs to be implicit bias training. But that's a whole different soapbox.
Yeah. Totally. I will say, I'm pretty sure Tiffany came from Big Brother, and Big Brother is a very hard game.
Hmm.
I feel like there are a lot of celebrities who can do really well at the Traitors that would be awful at Big Brother because it is such a social game. Like,
Mm.
it's very hard. It's very psychologically, difficult. So, I mean, you have to be calculated like no other. And so I think that's why Tiffany's good at this game, or seems like she is, because she did so well on Big Brother, and again, that's a really, really hard game. What do you think about the rumor that Alan Cumming gets to choose who the traitors are and the producers don't get input? Do you think that's accurate?
Think that I don't think that's how that happens. I don't
Yeah.
think he just chooses, because the stakes for that would be so high, and then there's
Yeah.
only one person responsible for that decision. if it goes wrong.
Yeah.
I cannot fathom a world in which that is true, especially when he is also having to learn lines, manage situations. Like, he is doing a lot of work as the host. I cannot fathom. Does he have a producer credit on this show?
I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure.
Because I think that would be, I think he would have a producer credit.
Yeah, like be executive producer or something.
Yeah.
Like Andy Cohen, who makes a lot of decisions about, housewives.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm Googling it.
Okay.
Oh, he does also serve as a producer. So maybe maybe, but I still can't fathom them giving one person that decision because, again, there feels like there would need to be input.
I'm feeling like it might be a situation where he does exactly what the Secret Traitor does. He gives the producer a short list of, 6, 7 people that he's like, okay, these are the people that I would love to see as traitors that I think would make great traitors. And then the producers say, let's narrow it down to these 3 or 4. Or the other way around, the producers give him a short list of 7 people, and they say, these are the people that we're thinking to be traitors. You pick the core 3 or 4. So I would just be really fascinated to know that.
I can see him having a say in this decision. I can see him having the final say on the decision.
Yeah.
Especially now that I know that he got according to like the first search, he has a producer credit and he's a director as well.
Oh, wow.
So I could see him playing a role in it. I know he's significantly involved in casting. I just can't imagine that being a one-person decision.
Yeah, I agree with that. So